2020 didn't start like something special, but somewhere between the quiet changes in the world and the way everything suddenly slowed down, I began to notice a shift inside me that I couldn't ignore anymore. A feeling that I was no longer just reacting to life, but slowly starting to control it, to shape it, to move through it with a kind of calm confidence that didn't need to be loud to be real. Days became more intentional, even when they looked simple from the outside, because there was a rhythm forming, a balance between movement and silence, between action and reflection, where I wasn't just filling time anymore, I was using it, building something invisible but powerful with every decision I made. And then there were the games. Indoor soccer, where the pace was fast and unforgiving, where every touch had to be precise and every decision had to be instant, where I moved with a confidence that didn't come from ego, but from clarity, reading the game before it happened, controlling the tempo, creating moments out of nothing, feeling the ball like it was part of me. And every time I stepped on that field, it felt like I was stepping into a space where everything made sense. And outside, on the grass, the game became something deeper, slower, more strategic, where every run had meaning, every pass had intention, and every goal felt earned, not just through skill, but through patience, through vision, through understanding the flow of the game in a way I never had before, as if I wasn't chasing the ball anymore, but guiding it. But life wasn't only about the field. There were moments away from the noise, moments where everything softened, where the pace slowed down and the world felt more personal, more real. Long walks through nature, where the air felt cleaner and time seemed to stretch, where I could hear my own thoughts without distraction, where every step felt grounded and every moment felt present, as if I was reconnecting with something simple but essential that I had almost forgotten. And then there was her, walking side by side, hand in hand, through the quiet streets of her village, where everything felt slower, more intimate, where people looked, where moments lasted longer, where conversations didn't need to be rushed, and where just being there, together, felt enough. And later, through my city, where the energy was different, faster, louder, but still ours, where the lights reflected off the streets at night, where every step felt like part of a story unfolding, where we didn't need to say much, because the connection spoke for itself. It wasn't complicated. It wasn't forced. It just worked. And maybe that's what made it powerful, because in a year where so many things felt uncertain, where the world seemed to be shifting in ways no one expected, there were still moments that felt stable, real, grounded in something that didn't need explanation. At the same time, something inside me kept growing, a level of confidence that didn't depend on outcomes, that didn't break under pressure, that didn't disappear when things got quiet, but stayed consistent, calm, and controlled, allowing me to move through every situation with a sense of certainty that came from within. Whether it was on the field, making the right decision in a split second, or walking through the city with a presence that didn't need validation, or standing in silence in nature, understanding that not everything needs to be rushed, I began to realize that this wasn't just a phase. This was even because being confident wasn't about being loud. It was about being sure of your actions, sure of your direction, sure of who you are becoming, and by the time 2020 unfolded completely, with all its unpredictability, all its changes, all its moments that force people to stop and rethink everything. I wasn't trying to go back to anything anymore. I wasn't chasing old versions of myself. I wasn't looking for the same kind of validation. I was moving forward, stronger, clearer, more focused than ever. Because for the first time, I wasn't just living through moments. I was owning them. Every game of football, outside or indoor. Every step, every connection. Every woman and any kind of body in principle identity. Rated Simona, Michaela, Tunde Sonia, Micha, Golden Mouth, PFF, Ugly Laita and Janita, was the easygoing queen, and the one from all who look somewhere at a 85 in normal conditions. For me was a 980. What a crazy and good times, an agitated data, and was one who not honored the convocation named Mirela. Who eat everything, and no matter where I was, whether under bright lights on the field, walking through quiet streets, hand in hand, or standing alone in the middle of nature with nothing but my thoughts, one thing stayed constant. I felt in control, like never before, and Klotza make me almost any kind of physical, pofta and soul pofta, and didunti take me a kashpika, not even one kashpika, if I remember well, and that changed everything.